short one, but that's okay. Hey, welcome everybody once again to Astronomy Daily Live. It's 2 hours UTC, and it's time once again to gather together here and say howdy to everyone. And look who's back. Atta's back.
Oh, yeah, West Carolina.
Right there. So yeah, I hope everybody's doing well. Carolina Sky Astronomy, nice to see you in the chat once again. So yeah, I've just got the usual HOH here, just sitting back, relaxing. So yay. Yeah, I was watching P&K space imaging a little while ago. They were on or are on still. They have a lot of fun just looking at the moon, right? It's great. And yeah, actually, the conditions tonight there, I think the telescope that they use is over in Miami. So conditions aren't great, but you can get some pretty good seeing in relatively well. So yeah, all right, well, cool. Hope everybody's doing well here. We're still getting rain in May, which is just bizarre, just totally bizarre. But yeah, that's how it goes. We were talking in the pre-show a little bit about it's like, well, that's how it goes, right? You just try to enjoy things if you can, and if you can't, uh, that's all right, because things will change. So that's how it goes. I would just like to have choice, right? I mean, when it comes to length of life, I would like to be able to choose, right? So it isn't, I mean, I guess I sort of appreciate, the sense of surprise, but I would much rather choose, right? Still knowing that at some point you've got to go, right? But it's like, yeah, I want to hang around, a bit more, or, I'm sort of done with this. So, Ingrid, hey, nice to see you in the chat, all the way from Brazil. So yeah, this is a worldwide community here, small but growing, and we just come together each and every day to sort of forget about everything else and concentrate on the universe instead. So that's exactly what I like to do as often as I possibly can. So cheers to that. So Atta, you got some new books.
Yes, and this is thanks to Pagemaster, who keyed it up and told us where the books could be found. I never thought of searching for them on Amazon because I thought 1978, not a chance. I figured they'd be out of print, but these have to be some overruns. When I got them, they were brand new, sealed in plastic, the whole 9 yards.
Wow. Yeah. Who knows? But yeah,
I mean, they're 1978, but they're still new physically.
Yeah. How do they smell? They smell.
Oh, wonderful. Yeah. I love that new book smell,
Absolutely. I like the old book smell too. Bobby, are you all right over there?
Oh my God. He's lost it.
That's all right. That's what astronomy does to everyone. So some people show it a little bit more than others.
Okay, so hey Jim, hey Ingrid. Ingrid, you're not a fan of shortwave video, huh?
So Jim likes the smell of a new telescope. There you go.
Now, now, those books ought to. Um, I mean, they are like brand spanking new. I like it.
Yes, they are. They are new.
They even have their now. Are those the soft cover or hard cover? I can't tell.
Hardbound.
Okay, okay.
Hardbound.
So you got the dust covers on them still and all that. Yeah,
Yeah,
wow,
yeah.
pretty good.
And they came, I took them out of the plastic, but they came each individually wrapped in sealed plastic.
Yeah, well, yeah, yeah. That was a great suggestion. I think I had looked around a while ago online, but yeah, I don't think I ever thought to go over to Amazon either, which is kind of ridiculous. But
Not
yeah.
for something in 1978. I mean,
Well, those books. I mean, as you've seen, mine. The information is slightly dated, but a lot of the history and when it was discovered and sort of at least current understandings of things is really a great read. It's a great reference.
I don't think there's any modern equivalent to this.
Nope.
No.
No, really, the modern equivalent to that is something like Wikipedia, right?
Oh, well,
Which has
sure.
has similar kinds of things that are also not quite up to date. So,
Oh, and Pagemaster greetings, crew of the USS Cosmic Lettuce.
all right, yes, that's funny. Um, Page Master.
I love it.
Page Master is really, really great.
Oh, I love Page Master. I think he's so terrific.
Yes, he's adding
Okay.
some great things over to the Discord and it's here. Yeah, it's great. It's absolutely great. All right, well, cool. Glad everybody could come in. I'm trying to see if I missed anybody. Doesn't look like it. Okay.
Yeah, Jim. Woo!
Yeah, well, as I said,
You said
that's
you didn't drink, right?
Nope, no drinking.
Yeah, don't start, man. I mean,
Yeah.
don't start.
Okay. Ingrid, if you're curious about shortwave radio, it's shortwave radio. As to give you a brief introduction to shortwave, it's from mostly from three. So let's say it's in the HF band. They are from 3 megahertz to 30 megahertz. From then and there will be some shortwave radio broadcast stations at certain parts of the HF band. Um, and what they do and what makes it different from traditional FM or DAB is shortwave can propagate at distances away with the help of the ionosphere. So, for example, like there's a shortwave station that you can try to catch called Radio National Arizona's. It's on 11,780 kilohertz. That can make the trip from Brazil to to um to here. Now, what I was talking about tonight was that there was supposed to be a station coming from Germany that's supposed to make the trip here. Not tonight. It's actually skipping over us, and it's hitting throughout Latin and South America. So if you was into shortwave, you would have tuned to 9,925 kilohertz, and you'll be listening to the KBC.
Very
Allow
cool.
me to show you this that you can buy. This right here is about $20. The Beetle B115. So that's $20, 20 American dollars. And also got this one as well, the Texan PL380. That's the best radio that you can get for 45 American dollars. So and Cosmic also has that Radio Shack. If you know where it's at, can you show it to Ingrid? And check and let's show Autos first. Cosmic, let's show Autos first. And maybe you can explain to Ingrid what that is.
Oh, well, it's a Texan PL880. And it's a little on the pricey side for a starter. I have nothing but money, so of course I bought it. But no, the thing I think cost about $180. I think you're better off to take Bobby's advice. But it works very well. Now, I live in a high-rise steel frame poured concrete building. I have to string an antenna outside to get anything, but I get very good reception and a lot of shortwave stations if I string my antenna outside. I go out on my balcony. I have an antenna extension. You know what those are, Bobby. Those little things you stick on your antenna and then you run the wire all over the place, which I do.
And show her the radio. Show her the radio.
It works fine. Oh, radio. I can't really tell if you can see this in just a minute.
Yeah, we can see it.
Yeah.
See it?
Yeah. So that's about 160 American dollars.
Oh yeah? I got rid of $20.
All right. So those are some good jumpstart radios that you can try to get, Ingrid.
Yeah. For sure. And radio is just a different form of light, so I'm completely in favor of gathering those kinds of photons as well. So yeah, light is light. So all right. I think I don't know. Oh, there's another. Atta is showing something else.
Radio astronomy. I don't know if this is any good, but it's one of there's this thing online called Great Courses. Well, some of them aren't so great, and some of them are really good. And I decided I would try the radio astronomy one because I know nothing about radio astronomy. Pretty nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very cool. Is that like a DVD set or something?
Yeah, you can. It streams online if you want to do it. You get online streaming with it for the course, but I always get the DVD because not only do you have the professor giving the lecture, but you actually see the illustrations of what he's saying. And nice. I prefer that to just the audio version.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yes. And plus, if the internet goes down, I can still take the course,
Right. No, and pictures, as I say, those are the best things.
I think so.
Best things in the world. Absolutely.
Oh, there's so much to learn. I won't live long enough to learn everything I want to.
No, there's absolutely no way.
Go on like crazy.
Yeah. All right. Well, cool. So I don't know if you all heard the other day, but Blue Origin, the rocket company, made a little presentation on their. Well, they made a number of announcements, sort of, but one of them was on this moon lander that they've been working on for at least a few years, apparently. And so, yeah, they presented um, a I think it was a full scale model. I guess you call it a model um, of the lander itself, and so I thought that we could sort of look a little bit at that, and then maybe do something else if there's time. I'm probably going to cut it short again today, so I'll just keep an eye on the clock here a little bit more than what I normally do, and we will see how it goes. So let's go over to Blue Moon and see what we can see here. Share my screen. Come over here. Do that. There we go. So there it is. There is sort of a mock-up or model, and you can see the landing mechanism here on the bottom, and then this big tank. I guess you call it a tank here. And then on top, they have this platform that they can put all kinds of stuff. So in this case, I think in the example that they use, they've got like these 4 rovers on these little, and I mean, little isn't really the right term, but yeah, they're on these little cranes that sort of extend out, and then you can drop them down. I think that sort of depends on what kind of payload is up here, but they were trying to give an example. So I guess they're using just hydrogen and oxygen for fuel, which is pretty amazing, pretty cool. And I think they were talking about. I thought that they had. Some numbers published.
I wonder where the main area is at.
Well, I guess this is just supposed to be the lander part. So anything, you can pretty much put anything up here, and that's what they're actually considering in terms of putting some people up there. See, in this last thing, they have the lander, and then on top of it, they have the little module for the people, so they can actually launch off of that, get back off the moon. So pretty good idea. I thought that they. I was looking around on this. I thought just this morning, or I don't know, yesterday, and I thought that they had talked about how much weight, but of course now I'm not seeing that info anywhere. Let's see if we can.
Okay, Jam wants to know where they're going to put that lunar telescope at.
Well, Jim, there is a planned, very, very small lunar telescope that um, might be hitching a ride with a Rocket Lab rocket in a few years. Um, Beyond that, there really isn't anything planned. That telescope is actually being sort of built and operated by the International Lunar Observatory Association, ILOA.org. And I think they have planned for a 7 centimeter telescope, so pretty small, pretty darn small. The Chinese have a telescope up there right now, and it's about 150 millimeters, so about 15 centimeters in diameter, which is still, that's pretty darn small too. That's about like a 6 inch or so. It's pretty small. It's pretty small. Um, this kind of a thing, um, now you're talking some pretty serious weight, and yeah, so I think that's a possibility. Okay, so yeah, they're talking about this thing being able to carry 3.6 metric tons to the surface. So that's let's see, that's 36,000 kilos, right? Or 3,600 kilos. 3,600 times 2.2, so somewhere around 8,000 pounds. This one thing can deliver to the lunar surface. They've got an extended one, which I think just looks like bigger tanks. But they can put 6.5 metric tons, including people. So 6,500 times 2.2, that's 14,300 pounds. So that's pretty amazing. And yeah, I guess it's a special kind of engine, calling it a BE7, because it just burns hydrogen and oxygen. That's it. So pretty interesting. The other interesting thing that I noticed, and I don't think it's here, is that they want to run things from fuel cells. So actually use the hydrogen and the oxygen to produce electricity, and they're talking about something like a kilowatt of power, which is a huge amount. So it's pretty neat. Don't know if it's going to go anywhere or not, but it's a nice idea. And yeah, I'm not quite sure if this is the whole design or if there are pieces that aren't on here. Not quite sure. I mean, it looks like they've got some retro rockets here and a little radio dish up here. So, and they got a rocket on the bottom. So, pretty interesting. I don't know if anybody else has any thoughts on this or not. While we're waiting,
I don't think so. But Jim wants to know if you saw his latest Jupiter videos.
Yep, I did. It was great. He does such good work. Now, your equipment is nice, Carolina, but it's not what I would normally call for that kind of work, the really high-end equipment. But boy, I'll tell you, Cosmic was right about one thing. It's not the bowling ball, it's the bowler. I mean, you do a great job with the equipment you have. You do a great job, period.
Hey,
Yep, absolutely. Absolutely. And
much to do about nothing.
yeah, and I mean, a lot of that has got to do with the software and being able to stack images and all that, and then use some of the tools to sharpen the images up. Um, you know, you can also play with brightness and contrast and colors and all of that. Yeah, it's pretty amazing what you can do with some pretty simple stuff for sure.
Yeah, well,
So
you have to know what you're doing to do that. There's a guy in my local astronomy club who's got this $15,000 refractor that does everything but talk to you. And he doesn't get, and it probably could do that. He is the stacking software. He does all this stuff. He doesn't get videos any better than Carolina's, period. He just doesn't.
yep, yeah, and he may or may not. I mean, but yeah, I mean, like I said, I mean, it has so much to do, with the bowler, that the bowling ball itself. That's important, but really at a really, really, really high level. But yeah.
Oh, and Cosmic,
Amazing.
how was you there the whole time during Joseph's live weekend show edition?
Ask me that again. I didn't hear the first part.
Now, was you there the whole time watching Joseph's live show on YouTube?
Today I was there for a little while. I mean,
Okay.
I was listening in more than anything else. I was,
Yeah.
working on things here and
Okay,
stuff.
so what? Okay, so what happened is about I forgot. I think I know it was between 2 hours and 2.5 hours. The internet cut off on him,
Oh, I noticed that. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
and he tried to get it back, but it was in vain.
yeah, in vain. Oh well. Oh well. Yep, that's how it goes. And yeah, you try as hard as you can, and then it's like, well, time to stop.
Yeah. And speaking of internet and everything else, um, we thought it was in the living room. We thought it was the box, but no, it was the wiring. So they had to redo the wiring and stuff, and that caused me to lose internet for a little while too.
Oh wow. Yeah, those wires. I don't know. There's got to be a better way, but so far we haven't figured it out yet. So yeah, these wires are crazy. I've got a lot of wires too. All right, well, cool.
Yeah.
So why don't we go over to Spitzer and look at some more, just do some stargazing over there a little bit. One of the things that we were doing a couple of days ago was going through some of the Spitzer images that were up on the main website. And one of those was a spectacular object called Puppis A, some kind of a nebula sorts. And we pulled up this really, really fantastic picture, great colors and great texture and everything else. And I said, well, hey, I'll go and I'll grab all the raw data, and then we'll colorize it and put it together and all of that. So I proceeded to do that, and found out that image that we were looking at, only one of the colors was actually from Spitzer. The other three or four, one was from Chandra, which is an X-ray satellite. One was from Hubble, or maybe two from Hubble, and then one from Spitzer. So at that point, it's like, well, I'm not going to be able to recreate this. So what I'd like to do is go into Spitzer here and see if we can find some, that we can just make a picture with and see what happens. So I don't know. I guess probably what we should do is have Nightbot choose us an object, unless somebody has a special request. So Spitzer is an infrared telescope, fully operational until 2009. Ran out of its major coolant, had to shut most of the systems down, but they've got two filters on one camera still running.
So Page Master say that astronomers still do not know the progenitor of Puppis A.
Oh, okay, yeah, yeah. I guess I'm not incredibly surprised by that. That is one of the big questions that astronomers are trying to work out, is sort of cause and effect. It's like we observe this really 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 neat. Yeah, she's back there. It's definitely bath time. It is definitely bath time. we got Atta in a laughing fit here.
I wish I could do that.
Yeah. Why you didn't give that cat a bath yet?
Oh, she's pretty good. Like you can see there, she's pretty good at doing it all by herself. No, she's just hanging out. As soon as I stop, she will get up and run over here and start talking, because this person who is here now is acting a little weird, because he's talking out loud and don't really know who that is. But yeah, the live stream ends and she will perk up. She'll come over here. She'll start talking. She'll jump into my lap and be like, where have you been? Where have you been?
Yeah, I remember when one of your cats just went from the shelf to your shoulder.
Oh yeah, they'll do that. There's a lot of trust around here. A lot of trust. So yeah, that's how that goes. Okay, let's I'm going to share my screen. Like that. Atta's still laughing at the cat.
My dog is just laying down. I just had to put some music. No, my blackie is laying down.
Dogs are good at that.
Yeah, all right, so, I just had to put some music on for Blackie.
Yeah, that's cool. So let's I don't know. Let's I don't know if we have any special requests or anything. I'm trying to think if there's anything in particular that I would like to see in the infrared. Nebulae are always really, really neat. The picture of the Andromeda Galaxy was pretty spectacular. I wonder if we can. I mean, that's sort of a common thing, but I don't think I've necessarily ever seen it with Spitzer, except for that one shot that was absolutely fabulous. So let's see what it comes up with here. We're about ready to go. Here, I'll zoom in a little bit here so you can see what I'm
And
looking at.
there is Astro Live channel just chiming in.
Hey there, Astro Live channel.
Hi, Astro.
What is up? Okay, so let's go here, and I think I think there's a way to. Yeah. Okay. So this interface is really, really nice because we can sort of page through these and see which ones we sort of want, if any. Seems like there are quite a few. Um, yeah, this doesn't necessarily give the date or anything. We'd have to look here. So September
And this is
2nd.
M31, right?
Yeah, well, sort of the region around M31, which could include, of course. So I'm just paging through these, seeing if there's anything pops out.
Like M31.
Well, this is the region of Bezier 31. So you can sort of see that there's. I mean, this looks like a piece of the galaxy. They're obviously looking at regions in sort of the spiral arm area there, looking at different wavelengths, but hoping that there's sort of a wider.
Okay, so Astro Live channel captured M31 a couple of times. He's gonna try to do it again and capture it when it coming up in the sky.
Yeah, that's you know, um, M31's a challenge because the nucleus is so bright, and the spiral arms, especially the further out ones, are really, really, really faint. So yeah, in order to get a decent photograph, you have to definitely know what you're doing. So here's a spectrum in the far infrared. This is what you would call the thermal infrared. So in a certain sense, they're measuring the heat that is coming off of this thing. So that's pretty amazing. There's another one. Not quite sure what the difference is here. Looks like they're pointed in. Whoop. No.
Uh, I think May Jim and Ash ALC say may be true. It's a very big target. It's almost tricky, like the Orion Nebula in the middle.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, they're just pointing into slightly different places. See how these two are off by about a second here.
I don't think Nightbot can determine where M31 is at.
No, Nightbot does not have that knowledge. So yeah, it's kind of interesting. These are mainly what I would call emission lines, and these are what I would call absorption lines. You see how they're going down? So yeah, depending on where they're looking, they get different spectral information. I did that again. Where was I? Here I am. Oh, that's not it. Here we are. Okay, let's keep looking here for a sec and see. Wonder how they got that full image of Andromeda that we saw. Maybe by putting all these together. Not quite sure. We're running out of images. Yeah, I wonder if they
Yeah, thank goodness it's not gas. We're just running out of pictures, not gas. Something like Bugs Bunny would say when an object it was almost hitting the ground and it just stops, and Bugs Bunny would say out of gas.
Mm-hmm. So I don't know if that it's gonna open. Oh, it does. Oh, wait a minute.
Now it's got something that says data coverage.
Yeah,
Got,
that's what that is. Okay, I see. So I don't know if this interface is working exactly right because okay, but yeah, so I guess they were looking in slightly different
okay, so
areas.
PageMaster looked in 31 in below in Stellarium is, but where he's at is just below the northern horizon.
Yeah, it's getting closer and closer to the
And
sun.
it's predicted to be rising way above it at 4 a.m.
Hmm,
Presumptionally local, not UCC.
I see. Yeah, so I don't know how these other things work. I'm not quite sure what the difference is between an observing request and this level 2, which I think is the data itself, but it looks like there's data here too. So yeah, I'm not quite sure what we're seeing here. It's producing something, but I don't know if that's I guess that's I don't know if that's a Spitzer image or not. Probably not. Yeah, I don't know. Not quite sure how to interpret this, but that's all right. Looks like they're looking at some individual stars over there. It's pretty cool. Oh, oh, excuse me.
Gesundheit.
Gesundheit. All right. Well, I don't know if I'm necessarily seeing anything too exciting here. I wonder. Let's see. Why don't we look at like M13 maybe, that globular cluster over in Hercules.
The worst that you can have in a sneeze is the one that's really gonna pull your back muscle. Like
Yeah.
now now actually, like it's just gonna like break your back or give you
Yeah,
a heart attack.
that would be a pretty serious sneeze. I agree.
Yeah. Sometimes when I was working at Walmart, I see so hard in the wintertime. It's like I need to take 5 right now. And what's also weird about it is I was working in the parking lot trying to get carts to the customers.
Hmm.
Oh my gosh. Thank goodness when I left Walmart because they were tormenting me for sure and
Oh,
stuff.
that's not nice. So here's some MIPS of images. This is the really, really, really long wavelength stuff, like the 70, 80, 90 micron images. So yeah, pretty spectacular that you can see
And
things at
what's
those
and yeah,
wavelengths.
yes, Jim. But sometimes you don't have a choice but to go to Walmart. That's the sad, sad day. And did you not know it's a true story? Scientists are still trying to find out why you got like 15 registers and only like maybe two, three, or four are open.
Yeah. Well, you never know, right? Yeah, I wonder that too. It's maybe it's just a perceptive thing. I'm kind of interested in knowing these folks. It sort of looks like they pointed the telescope sort of elsewhere. Um, I know that there's sort of a nearby galaxy to Messier 13, but I don't know what the coordinates are. You can sort of see, here's obviously looking almost right at the center, and this is looking at something else, sort of, a couple minutes off. Um, so yeah, I'm sort of wondering if that's that nearby galaxy that we can sometimes see. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, so here's some pretty decent Spitzer data. You should probably think about trying to put that into some kind of a stacked image of some sort. Yeah, we're seeing a lot of galaxy-looking things. There's MIPS again. That's kind of hard to follow there. Pretty nice. All this data is available, readily available. Just need to go out and grab it and sort of, know what you're looking for. So here's 70 micron sky, I guess you'd call it. Here is 24 micron. You're starting to see some stars. Pretty cool. Pretty nice. Yeah. I wonder if I could stack a few of these. I would have to, yeah, that would probably take a little bit of effort, but yeah, might be worth it. But yeah, so this is a great little tool here. You can zoom in. Whoop, it's trying to. You can move these things around. Oh, it's trying. There we go. You can, yeah, there are different color palettes. We were looking at these. We're looking at these the other day, so not necessarily going to linger on those too much. You can do all kinds of stretching and measuring and yeah, all kinds of neat things. Pretty interesting. And yeah, I think you can actually download the data, the FITS image, and that's the science data, which is what we want to you know do the next step and get into actually analyzing the light and all that and doing what they're going to do. But yeah, so just another really, really nice tool. It's nice to see all these things available. I think it's absolutely fabulous. But I think, like I said, I think I'm going to cut it a little bit short again today. So I'm going to look at the chat one more time. Yeah, very cool. So yeah, PageMaster. So from here, you can do a prepare download, and whoop, I guess we need to actually choose one of these things. So like that, and then prepare download, it'll give you various options, and as soon as it's done, see, it sort of goes into its database there. As soon as it's done, and you just have to download this thing. And I think it goes. It's it's a zip file, and I will load it here. Probably the best way to do that is to go over here. Okay. Let me do this. It's probably there. Yep, it is. So let me share my screen really quick. Like that. Share that. Hide that. Go over here with this, and we can do an unzip.
And there's Patrick Manny and Tim Robinson in the chat.
Oh, hey there, guys. Nice to
Hey,
see
Kira
you.
H.
Hey there, Kira H. Great to
And
have
I think
you here.
Constant just missed the shenanigans.
There were shenanigans?
Or passing over the shenanigans.
All right. Let's see. R46. Oh, let's just do that. Yep. There we go. R46. Channel 2. You know what? I don't have to do it this way. Let's do this. So we know where those were. We can just load up. We can just do it right here.
Hey, Otto, you got the ruler ready for Tim?
What did I do? Watch out, Tim.
Oh God.
Watch it, Tim. All right, I'm slowly getting there. Let me. Oh, wow. Okay, so that's what happened. For some reason, I deleted a screen, so I need to make a new one here. There we go. Once Tim is there, there's lots of shenanigans. There must be. I like it. Okay, so I'm going to try to get in here. Go to downloads. Slowly. I want to get through this. There we go. Okay, so now let's go to downloads. DS9. You guys. I want to see what kinds of trouble. Yeah, well, Chelyabinsk is always getting in the way there.
Yeah. I hope you posted about doing work on a Sunday when you're supposed to be doing some rest. and yeah. While I was working at Walmart, you got to work on a Sunday.
Yeah.
And that sucked. And that sucks for me because I'm usually a churchgoer.
Uh-huh.
And that also put me down to that crap as well. Because they wouldn't let me do it. They wouldn't let me do it. I kept on saying I want to go back. I want to go back. I want to go back. And they
right
sooner or later when I finished Botech, I started going back. They let me say, okay, you can go back.
There you go.
And I left Walmart because they were tormenting me more than that. And
yeah, well, that's not very nice.
Yeah.
Anyway, so there it is, Page Master. You can grab the FITS images right there. These I think are the calibrated ones. But yeah, I think you can get the raw data. It just sort of depends on what options you choose when you go to prepare your data. That first button that you hit. But yeah, there it is. You can do what you want. And yeah, Patrick, I don't know. Seems a little weird. Anyway, so there's Messier 13 as seen by Spitzer. I didn't look to see what wavelength band this was. We can look really quick. So that's 4.5 micron. So very cool. All right. Well, I am definitely going to get on out of here for today. Yeah, I think that's it for now. So I hope everybody's doing well. Everything's good here. Just going along. Let's do some more astronomy tomorrow. I'm up for it. Let's do it. All right, everybody. Take care. Peace, cheers, and all that. I will see you in a little less than 23 hours, more or less. All right. Take care, everybody. Bye.
Later.